ゆずソフトサワー。Parquet.
Hey everyone, this is eplipswich here, and welcome to a new playthrough called Parquet, a visual novel by Yuzusoft Sour, which is a subsidiary of Yuzusoft, the company behind games like Sabbat of the Witch, and one more I can't remember, but I didn't play Let's Play that one, but yeah, it's the same. Yuzusoft Sour is the subsidiary of Yuzusoft, the same company behind Sabbat of the Witch, which I recently played. And I happen to know about this visual novel thanks to a VTuber that I watched. VTuber, for those who are familiar with VTubers, Sakura Miko. She had played a demo of Parquet in Japanese, so I have an idea of what the beginning was. Beginning is the content in Japanese, that is. But now, of course, I'm going to play it in English. So I heard that Parquet is a pretty good visual novel, and yes, it was released like 3 days ago, and it has had pretty good reviews, right? And and this visual novel is a kinetic novel, meaning to say that you don't make any choices in this visual novel. It's purely a novel, basically a visual novel from start to end. But then we say I have seen I've seen some playthrough of this in Japanese, and it definitely seems pretty interesting. It has a pretty interesting story. So without further ado though, let's just get right into it. This is Yuzusoft Sour's first ever project that they did. And one more thing is that this visual novel is all ages, so just saying. But just because it's all ages obviously doesn't mean it's bad, right? So alright, let's get right down into it. We're going to be starting with the prologue first, because as you can see I can't click on new game. So let's begin with the prologue. And I'll be taking a break from Arcana for the time being. So as I play through this visual novel, there's Parquet. I think Parquet is not a very long visual novel, so I should be hopefully I can finish it maybe like 20 episodes or so, maybe. It's about that long or something. But we'll see. I, Miyoshi Manaka, have come to gravely regret my choice of employment. Before that, let me just see if I can add subtitles, like Japanese subtitles to it, so hang on. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any Japanese subtitles, but it's fine. Before we continue though, I was looking at as you can see, this is the options menu. It looks damn cool, right? It looks really futuristic, really high tech and all. Alright, let's continue. Ibuki Corporation is a second-tier electronics manufacturer. It's a company that's fairly well known across Japan. However, its glory days have long since passed. Time has done nothing but exacerbate the company's steady decline. Many employees fear for the inevitable. There are even rumors of management taking the money and running.
もらえた内定はここだけだったから、他に選択肢はなかったんだけど。
By the way, this girl is not really a spoiler, so I'm okay with saying this in advance. But she's basically the secretary of the main character. An important one, I would say. I currently work as a secretary for one of the company's directors. I studied foreign languages back in college, so I can interact with people from abroad to some extent. In all honesty, I think that's the only reason I was hired. Currently we're in this girl's perspective, but later we'll be in the perspective of the main character. So right now we're not in the perspective of the main character yet. I was hoping to get a normal desk job, but lo and behold, I'm now a secretary. Unexpected to be sure, but it is what it is. Luckily, I can learn all the skills needed for my job via memory grafting. This is a new term, so later you know what memory grafting means. BMI, Brain Machine Interface. The name is pretty self-explanatory, I suppose. It's a device that aids in connecting the human mind to technology. Obviously, the applications of this device are wide and varied. For example, you can watch movies or shows with it by transmitting the information directly to your brain. Oh, that's actually really cool. So it's like whatever you remember in your head, right? You just need to transmit through this device, and then you can just view your basically you can view your memories with this device. How cool is that? Yeah, maybe in the future we might have such a device, right? It can also be used as something of a VR device to play games. Conversely, you can also use it as a camera by turning your own site to the live visual output. It has also become widely used to assist those who have suffered brain injuries. That makes sense though, because like brain injuries, like even though we might not, like maybe can figure out what is on their minds, right? Yeah, the minds of those who have brain injuries. By amplifying weakened nerve transmissions, it allows people that will otherwise be paralyzed to move. Even blind and deaf people can see and hear because of information that's transmitted directly to their brains via BMI. Ooh. What's more, there are even BMI prostheses that have faster reflex timings than real limbs. Additionally, the nerve sensors in such limbs can send feedback, allowing for even the sense of touch to be replicated. The BMI has become a household name because of its wide range of applications in the field of medicine. These days, research focuses on applying the system to medical support robots and to aid in the maneuvering of drones, making drones even smarter. However, BMI is most widely used for something called memory grafting. Essentially, you can implant the digitized experiences of others directly into your brain to learn skills. Ooh. I grafted all the skills I would need as a secretary into my brain, of course. That's actually kind of cool. Might seem a bit cheating as well. It's like you don't even need to like learn manually. You can just use the BMI and then just learn all the skills of a secretary, and then you're good to go. Is that how it works? This cutting-edge technology has made it easier to train workers in countries all across the globe, and has lowered the learning curves for jobs in every field. Yeah, but but it feels kind of cheating, right? But I guess it is what it is. But yeah, that also means that jobs will become even more saturated, right? Because it's like now everyone can do this sort of job, Then there's no longer really a real specialized job, Now everyone has the ability to be proficient at something. Yeah, this will actually make all jobs saturated, which is not really a good thing, right? It's a convenient technology that has reduced employment hurdles, but on the flip side, it's resulted in a shortage of available jobs. Yeah, precisely. A lot of BMI are kept from the public for this reason, to preserve the societal hierarchy. Yeah. These BMI are manufactured and sold by private electronics companies. Right, we just want to see what else are there. Oh, okay, that's cool. Alright, that's cool.
タイトルに戻るよ。
No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, no. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I was just testing stuff. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I was just trying to go back. Yeah, that's right. Oops. Alright, anyway, let's continue. So the details vary from company to company. Ibuki is, of course, one such BMI manufacturing company, and they have held quite a bit of influence in the industry. However, they have begun to lag behind their competitors in recent years. Their financial records are on a pretty side from what I hear.
転職しようかな。でも今更転職先見つかるかどうか。
I wonder if I guess Manaka has been struggling to find a job, because of this technology. So now that she has finally found a job, then it's like she left, then might not be able to find another job like this. Thinking about it was too stressful, so I stopped. Then one day my boss summoned me.
君の仕事を少し変更させてもらう。
Some changes.
ジムに移動とかでしょうか。
And a pay cut too, maybe. This might be the right time to quit.
そうじゃない。君は別のものというか人形の世話をしてもらいたい。
Watch over a doll. And yes, this doll is going to be the main character.
人形？よくわかりませんけど、仕事なら。
He then takes me to a mysterious room. The work desk looks fine, but the bed, toilet, and shower room catch my attention immediately. It almost feels like they expect me to live in here. Yeah, seems like a bit of a kind of a not really a hotel room, but yeah, somewhat like that. Oh no, is that actually what's going to happen to me? What? Do they want me to be some sort of escort? What, escort? I'm not thinking dirty, I swear.
訴えるぞ、この野郎。
However, thinking for a second, I quickly realized there's no need to hire a lawyer. I spot a man already in the room. He must be the one living here. So she really thought that, oh, I'm going to be an escort. I'm going to be like having saxophone with this guy. Screw you. I've never seen his face before, but he appears to be around the same age as me. They aren't an employee here, are they?
こいつの面倒を見てほしい。
Oh. Now, I certainly don't remember watching this part. Because I remember seeing the original playthrough in Japanese, and I don't remember this part. Yeah, so this is new.
どなたなんですか、この方は。
さっき言っただろう。人形だ。
He looks human to me.
こいつに会社を立て直させる。そのために手に入れた。
Wait, save the company? This story is getting more bizarre by the second.
つまり、コンサルタントとかアドバイザーとかなんですか、この人。
そういう知識も移植されているらしい。
Oh, the necessary information to save the company? Supposedly, Rashi?
いいか、こいつの存在は口外禁止だ。極秘扱いとする。この部屋から出すこともな。常に鍵をかけておくように。
So it's like top secret stuff.
鍵も？いや、でもそれは。
I look back and notice that there's no doorknob, only a keyhole where it should be. Serious, but I kind of see a doorknob over here. Okay. Alright, I think I understand what's going on. You're keeping this person locked in here. Wait, what the hell? They're straight up imprisoning them. Well, I mean, it's a door, so... Is that even legal? I mean, it's legal to imprison a door, so... I mean, door is not humans. I sure hope I don't end up implicated in some sort of crime for doing this. I would much rather not go to jail, thank you very much.
心配するな。警察沙汰になることはない。
Oh, director read her mind.
そう言われましても。
面倒事を避けるために説明しておく。こいつは人の手で作られた人形のようなものだ。
Oh wait, I think I know why I don't remember seeing this part. Because this is the prologue. And the thing is, the playthrough that I saw in Sakura Miko's playthrough, right, of this visual novel, that was actually the actual start of the visual novel, not the prologue. Yeah. That's why, because I remember the actual visual novel, right? I mean, the actual playthrough, it started off with the main character, rather than Manaka's perspective. So, now I get it. So this is actually completely new to me. What the hell am I hearing? This is total nonsense.
天才を生み出す実験の中で生まれた試作品だ。
はあ、天才ですか。
メモリグラフトを使えば天才を作れるんじゃないか。そう考えたやつがいたらしい。
いわゆる魂の移植ってことですか？でもそれは不可能だと言われてますよね。
Memory grafting is convenient, but it has limitations. When it comes to grafting human beings in their entirety, a vessel to house their consciousness is needed. However, it isn't easy for the human brain to maintain two different people. And that isn't the only problem with the notion. Due to the colossal volume of information that comprises the human brain. Properly converting that is exceedingly difficult. And so only individual experiences and skills can be grafted rather.
だが、分割された経験や技術を集めていけば、いずれは新たな人間になるのではないか。
Well, I guess that's true.
それが優秀な人間の経験や技術であれば、天才になるのではないか。なんてことを考えたやつがいたんだ。
Oh, one such person.
それがこの人ですか。
There'll be some kind of Frankenstein monster. Wait, wasn't that the name of the doctor that made the monster? Whether that matters. Oh, okay.
バックログ画面。
That's kind of a bit off topic. Yeah, anyway, this is a side episode. It's actually the prologue.
よくそんな人体実験を OK しましたね、この人。
Or as in that person who created this guy.
詳しいことは私も知らんが、体も実験で生み出したらしいぞ。
Or as in, or unless this guy is the one who is. But no, the director said that he's a doll.
バックログ画面。
The body itself is the result of experimentation. So is that to say that this doll is actually a human that experimented on himself to become a doll?
中身が空なら、意識が生まれるほどの大量な記憶も移植ができるはずだ、とな。
ああ、警察沙汰にならないっていうのはそういう。読み返すの？
Okay, the mind is a blank state. Thinking we won't get in trouble. Okay. Wait, let me just check
読
one
み
more.
返すの？
Let me just check one thing.
フローチャートだよ。
There's something about flow chart. The pre-story and then Manaka's point of view. Alright.
結局、計画は頓挫したらしいがな。
Oh, in pass.
頓挫？でも、あれ？この人は失敗したってことですよね。
詳しいことは知らんが、非合法な研究だからな。何か問題でも起きたんだろう。研究は凍結。それまでの成果は流出し、売り飛ばされた。巡り巡って私がそれを手に入れたわけだ。
So they basically dumped the whole responsibility onto the director.
はあ、そうなんですか。
Does he seriously expect me to believe this? What sort of impasse was he talking about? Impasse or something like that? Do I even want to ask? This whole creating the perfect genius story seems a bit far-fetched. And honestly, even if such a thing were possible, I doubt the resulting specimen would end up in the hands of all people.
で、いつ起きるんですか？というか、目覚めるんですか？
I think it's pronounced passe, right? Yeah.
そのはずだが。いや、今まで目覚めたことはないらしいが。
はあ？目覚めたことはないって、
調整は済ませたから、次は目覚めると言われたんだ。
He definitely got scammed. I hope not. Wait, there must be some kind of catch to this. I shouldn't take what he says at face value. Man, they don't pay me enough for this. I better start searching for a new job. However, the moment I think that, the person's eyelids begin twitching. Oh.
目を開けそう。
何？
Nani? Yeah, Nani did. My boss pushes me away and rushes over to the person. And then,
私のために働け！
that's fast. What?
お前の生きる価値は私の役に立つことだ。覚えておけ。
This director is smart. He's damn smart. The moment he wakes up, this guy woke up. He's like, hey, you better serve me, okay? I want you to be my slave.
そのためにお前は生まれたんだ。
Yeah, I remember reading this part in at the start of Miko's playthrough. What in the world is this nut job doing? Yeah. Who will be a self-centered bastard who talk like that? I would be fuming he tried that crap on me. But I mean, on the door, he will listen. This isn't the first time I've had this thought, but he really needs to work on the way he asks others for favors.
これが原因でこの人が仕事を断っても、私の責任にはならないよね。
Yeah, it's not your problem. However, my worries were unfounded. The man was not the least bit upset about my boss' haughtiness. Actually, he didn't even display any hints of emotion whatsoever. He merely got up and did whatever he was told, no questions asked. He was more than capable, I found out. The results he produced went above and beyond expectations time and time again. He didn't stop at small spending reduction adjustments. The man planned structural reforms, including major personnel changes.
読み返すの？
Or as in the director, yeah, there's small spending reduction adjustments, okay? And that's not even half of it. I was surprised to learn that he also has extensive BMI-related expertise. He came out with plans to improve Ibuki's BMI products as well. And his updates were received with critical acclaim, pretty much single-handedly bringing the company back into prominence. Oh no, he's... Manaka is talking about the main character, this guy that just woke up. BMI is a cutting-edge technology that is being researched all across the world. I can't believe a single person holds such extensive knowledge on the field.
あの実験の話、マジだったわけ。
I once tried asking him,
あなたは何者なんです？
Shiran. I have no memories from before I woke up in this room. He answers, but his expression is still inscrutable. He says he doesn't know anything about his past, but he seems to not care. Or rather, he doesn't seem to have emotion to the man he's lost memory. He's like the boss said, a puppet, maybe a robot or an AI. I think I understand now. If he woke up in that state, it's no surprise that he would just accept whatever commands were given to him.
こういうのも刷り込みっていうのかしら。
Maybe. The reforms continued and Ibuki's management improved dramatically. At the very least, the solvency problems had been all but squashed. There was some pushback to the change, of course. However, as a whole, the reforms were very popular among the employees, especially when the unnecessary meetings were cut back on, as well as the killer overtime most were subjected to. Pretty much all of his proposals have been adopted unconditionally, but not all of them.
取締役の解任、報酬の引き下げ、バカなことを言うな。
Wait, wait, did that guy, that doll, actually tell the director to step down, get a pay cut?
誰がそんな提案をしろと言った？私は役に立てと言ったんだ。二度とそんなくだらないことを言うな。分かったな。
The proposal was met with indignation. I did remember the playthrough, right? Original playthrough I watched. Yeah, the director was really fuming as well. Was really angry as well. I didn't get the full details now. But at that time, we get to see the director's face actually. Yeah, in this, the actual full version, we don't get to see the director's face, or do we? Naturally, of course. A person like him would never let go of their power and status. What surprised me, however, was the displeasure in the man's expression as his proposal was shot down. That is, if I wasn't imagining that. The shift in his expression was so subtle that I thought I couldn't help but doubt myself. After all, that was the first time I had ever seen him display emotion. He's becoming smarter. Half a year later, sales are on a steady upward trend. Now Ibuki is the undisputed industry leader of Japanese BMI manufacturers. However,
まだだ。こんなものでは足りない。業績を上げて、息吹をもっと大きくしろ。
this I remember the director saying. I wonder why. I mean, Ibuki is really like so successful. Why does it need to go higher?
お前にはそれだけの能力があるんだ。価値を示せ。必要なことは何でもしろ。わかったな。
Why though? Again, he appears unhappy. In fact, the expression on his face is one of complete irritation. There's no longer any doubt in my mind. His emotions are writ large on his face. I used to think he was something like a robot. At first, anyway. But at some point, he started displaying emotion. Oh, wow, he's actually smiling. Whatever needs to be done. Yeah, and actually, like in the original playthrough that I watched, I'm sorry I keep referencing because like I just to share my experience, like what I saw initially versus what I'm seeing now. But yeah, I don't remember seeing the protagonist's face, right? at the start of the original playthrough. I guess it's because I'm playing the prologue right now, and I think the original playthrough that I watched is actually the actual start of the digital novel and not the prologue. Yeah, so that's why I'm not seeing this. Yeah, I think when I get to after this prologue, when I start the actual start of this vision novel, right, after the prologue, then I will get to see the director's face just as I remember. Yeah, so he mutters under his breath. The irritation has disappeared from his face. Instead, the corners of his mouth curved into a slight smile. It's like the smirk of some villain plotting their revenge. I haven't the faintest idea of what's on his mind. However, I can tell he's changing as a person. That's my impression, at least.
にしても、どうするつもりなんだろう。
Whatever needs to be done. So stay.
どういうつもりだ、貴様!
My boss flips into a rage. He's evidently less than pleased about what has been done. And I can't see why.
誰がこんなことをしろと言った!私の役に立てと!会社を大きくしろと!
Oh, what did he do? I guess he kind of like made things worse on purpose.
なのにお前は私を解任だと!そんなこと認められるはずがあるか!
Yeah, I definitely did remember the director saying something like this. Like he got removed from his position. Yeah, it's like, why you fire me? That very same proposal to have my boss step down that was rejected once. Without authorization, he couldn't force it through. However, faced with that challenge, he decided to simply give himself the authority. How did he do that though? So he purchased 51% of the company's stock. Oh, that's smart. Giving him the upper hand, then he can do whatever he wanted, right? Because he purchased 51% of the company's stock. Meaning he's become the de facto boss. New boss. That said, that wasn't his only course of action. He persuaded several major shareholders, won the favor of other senior executives, and garnered support that way. Still, how in the world did he manage to do that? Were the memories of a con man also grafted onto him? Or the subject actually helped him by purchasing some stock? A very small amount, of course, but if the company can be kept afloat, I'm happy to be part of the change.
貴様がこうしていられるのは一体誰のおかげだと!
I have a feeling he might become the villain of this story, but who knows, we'll see. Yeah, the director, I mean. This is a necessary action for Ibuki's prosperity, the man says, his tone flat.
なんだと! どういう意味だ!
If the current management does not change, there's the chance the company will stagnate and spiral towards bankruptcy once again. And he's saying that the director is the one at fault. Yes. Therefore, it will be safer and more secure for me to run it myself, he says. You pretty much caught him incompetent.
バカな! 私がこの会社の...
My boss is almost frothing at the mouth in rage. However, he begins to stammer.
私は...
His shoulders drop and he stands there stunned.
くそなんてことだ。貴様のような出来損ないに。
Yeah, that's how he became like so dejected, at a loss for words to the director.
出来損ないの人形に。
Well, he's not useless, because if he's useless, he wouldn't have ousted you. Thus concludes the hidden truth behind Ibuki's miraculous revival and hostile takeover. Now that he can institute proposals with peace, Ibuki is going from strength to strength. He's making the company prosper just as he was asked to. Ultimately, he did obey the order he was given, ironically enough, but involves firing his old boss.
もしかしてこれって一種の反抗期かしら。
Probably, yeah. One day he came to me with a question. What are humans? What is normal? Yeah, and in case you realize, yes, his name is He. That's also his name in in the original Japanese version, yes.
はい。
What are humans? What is normal?
何をおっしゃってるんです？
I mean, he's exactly asking you what, you know? I asked, feeling a bit nervous. There's no reason why I should be, so why? How can he say something like that with a straight face? I mean, it makes sense, he's a doll. Do you remember what your boss told you? I mean, do you remember what your boss told me? I'm a defective puppet.
言ってましたね。ただの負け惜しみみたいなものだと思いますけど。
Well, either way, it's true that I'm abnormal. I realized that myself. He already knew about his origins before taking over the company. However, he feigned indifference at first, because he wanted to know more first. Lately, however, he seems very concerned about his existence. At some point, his tone also became a lot more cordial. He started speaking like a person instead of a robot. But I never expected him to start asking me these weird questions. How am I supposed to answer him? It's cool that we're actually in another person's perspective, that is this secretary's perspective. Because in the original playthrough that I watched, sorry once again for referencing that, but yeah, we didn't actually get into this girl's perspective at all. It was in that original, it was in the main character's perspective all the way. I'm guessing it's going to be that way for pretty much the whole main playthrough, the main story, rather than the prologue, yeah. I've been thinking because of that.
はあ、何をでしょう。
About what it means to be a normal human. Do you know? I mean, it's so second nature to her or any other human that it's kind of hard to answer, right? Answer that.
それは難しい問題ですね。
Please leave me out of this. Indeed, the concept of normalcy itself is subjective, so it's hard to come up with an exact answer.
微妙に違う感がありますけど、それでいいです。はい。
I think I should learn more about myself.
はい。
I want to go on a journey of self-discovery. Oh, so that's where this is going, yes, self-discovery. He wants to go on a soul-searching trip. I want to know more. Just hearing this is giving me second-hand embarrassment. Well, I guess she herself never actually thought about self-discovery, you know. However, he's serious about this, so I should respond appropriately. There's no harm in learning more about the world, I suppose, and about himself.
わかりました。それで、私は何をすればいいんですか？
There's something I want you to prepare, but for now...
はい、何でしょう？
Can you give me a name?
名前ですか？
Is that strange of me to ask? Aren't names normal?
いえ、気にする方が普通と言いますか、当然の反応だと思います。
I mean, yeah, at the start he has no name, but after that, it was Manaka who later gave him a name. Yeah. My old boss who treated him like a puppet never gave him one. I once suggested that he do, but he snapped back at me and told me it was unnecessary. And I fully expected the puppet himself to feel the same. Perhaps because I witnessed how emotionless he used to be, I was convinced he would never feel the need for a name. So hearing this from him now is terribly surprising.
私が決めていいんですか？
You're the only other one here.
それはそうなんですけど。
Due to the takeover incident, a number of employees do know of his existence. However, they know nothing more. He's regarded by everyone as this mysterious figurehead, and I'm his only point of contact. So I'm not complaining about my job, I don't mind it. You're the only one who's acknowledged me since I woke up. I have no one else but you. No one else but you. So I'd like you to decide.
そこまで言われたら、じゃあ、
I doubt he'll get the joke if I try to dodge the subject with a silly name. I guess I should just pick something simple. I'll need a first name and a last name. Maybe I should pick a name I'm familiar with instead of trying to go with something unique.
いぶき。
And after the name of the company, right? Yeah.
いぶきかなとっていう名前はどうですか？
Where does the Kanato come from, I wonder? Ibuki for the company? And Kanato, well, he always seemed like a wish granter, and Kanao means to grant wishes in Japanese, so maybe it would be a fitting choice. Naruhodo ne, Kanato. Like, Kanao means, yeah, and then Kanato. To is just add, you know? Like, Kanaoto, like, Kanato, you know? To is like some kind of like full stop like that, like, it's to describe a certain subject. So, like, Kanato, yeah. Though I'll keep that to myself because it's kind of embarrassing to admit. Ibuki Kanato. Ibuki Kanato. Ibuki Kanato. Okay, I like that.
そうですか？お気に召したのなら良かったです。
But anyway, I'm just thinking that since we're actually going through this prologue, I don't think we'll be replaying this same scenario after the prologue, right? Because like I said, in the original playthrough, we actually go through this same yeah, I actually did see this same prologue. But the difference is it's in Kanato's perspective rather than Manaka's perspective. Yeah. So yeah. But I guess we'll see. Probably not though, because then it will be like repeated then, you know. Unless we get to see, you know, like Kanato's perspective. Thank you for giving me my name. I was a little surprised. He's thanked me for my work before, yes, but this is different. Rather than a business formality felt sincere. This might be the first time I've seen him so genuinely touched by someone's actions. He's changed much since the day we met.
いえ、そんな頭を下げてもらうほど大したことでもありませんから。それよりも用意してほしいものに関して連絡をもらえれば対応しておきますので。
Alright. And that's how I began helping him prepare for his journey to self-discovery. It sounds harder than it actually is, to be honest. Oh, I mean, the path of self-discovery is definitely tough. Right? It's never easy. Because you're trying to discover yourself, you know, discover who you are as a person. It's not easy. If he's setting out to find himself and learn about the world, the less he brings, the better. Thus, I prepare only the basics for him, like money and a smartphone to stay in contact. The rest is his choice.
にしても自分探しね。
I mean, it makes sense for him to try to discover himself, you know, discover about himself. I'm a bit worried, but he should be fine. I mean, this is Japan. Even if he runs into problems, he'll manage. Tabun.
言われるままに従順だったのが反抗期を経て今度は思春期？
He's growing up fast, yes.
中二病はないのかしら。
Okay, here is translated as cringy, which I guess is fine. But yeah, you heard Manaka say chunibyo. So, you know, chunibyo actually, it can kind of mean cringy, yeah. But it actually means something like, like it's kind of like it's considered a phase where he's like tries to be someone he isn't, like tries to act like some kind of a like some dark witch or something, like some kind of a superhero or what. Yeah, like that kind of truly view. Yeah.
何にしても大きくなっちゃって。
Yeah, like try to act like basically try to be I don't know how you exactly describe it, but it's like yeah, by cringy in a way, yeah, but kind of like try to act like some superhero, you know, or what, you know, yeah. Try to like live, yeah, basically living in his own world. Yeah, that's kind of what, you know, living in his own fantasy world. That's what like Chunibyo is meant to be. Yeah.
いや、なんで私この年で子育ての考えにふけってるんだろう。
It's fine. I mean, you're like his mother.
仕事しよう。
So that's the prologue. And we are ready to start a new game. But I think I will save that for the next episode because the prologue took quite long enough. That was a nice start to this vision of actually the prologue. Yeah, so yeah. I'm really liking it. Actually, the thing is, when I saw the original playthrough in Japanese, I was really liking it from what Japanese I understood of the story, of the playthrough, and it's really an interesting concept. Yeah. So basically, to sum it up, what this visual novel is going to be, if you haven't read the synopsis on Steam yet, is basically goes through the path of self-discovery of a doll, right? As he tries to find out about who he is, and then along the way he'll meet these two girls, yeah, who also have a history of their own, and there's a big twist regarding these two girls. Yeah, at the start that I'm not going to obviously reveal for obvious reasons. It's better that, you know, I save this for later. But save this for when it actually happens, then you get the idea. It's a really interesting twist, I can tell you that. But yeah, for now, I'm going to sign off here, and I will continue this playthrough in the next episode where we'll actually begin the game. Yes, that's the new game right here. So that being said, I'll see you in the next playthrough of Parquet. So till then,